Hi, I'm Niklas Alin and this is the Neckbolt Dev blog, and today I want to talk about another game that I really like, namely Arcanum. It's an RPG in a very classical sense, and normally I don't really like RPGs that much, but Arcanum seemed to be the exception because it's intelligent and stylish, and so much of the game takes place in Victorian high society rather than, owlbear dungeons. So Arcanum was released in 2001, so it's 15 years old, and yes, I am almost exclusively playing old games, highbrow hipster as I am. But here's the thing, the same is true for literature. Pretty much all my favorite books, and indeed most of the ones I read, are at least 50 to 100 years old. And if a book is that old and we still know about it and talk about it, that means it has to be very good, right? There was a lot of shit written and published in the 19th century, but all of that is lost to history and only the interesting books remain. And the same goes with games. If I pick up Super Metroid or Ocarina of Time or indeed Arcanum, chances are high that I'm in for a good time. And speaking of time, I did play Arcanum not long after it came out, when I was a teenager, and I wasn't particularly good at it. But I seem to get the urge to try again every 8 years or so, and now I'm in the middle of enjoying my third attempt. And what I want to talk about today is how much I suddenly noticed that this game has influenced the Elephant game without me even being aware of it. So check this out. You start the game by crashing down from the sky, landing somewhere in the forest. After the crash, you immediately meet a friendly NPC character who will tag along with you and be your guide for most of the game after that. The crash site and surrounding forest serve as a short tutorial, but before long you arrive in a small, sleepy village called respectively Shrouded Hills and Wind Hill. Now this is your first real introduction to other people, and there are a handful of side quests, but you can leave pretty soon. And as you do, you move directly to the biggest city in the world, which has many side quests. So many in fact that you are not expected to solve them all on your first visit, but you can kinda return to this big town now and again throughout the game and do a little bit of work, which is why you get access to it so early in the game. Anyway, you talk to this authority figure whom you've been hearing about, and then the game opens up into the main quest line. Now, I didn't specifically copy Arcanum's story structure, I didn't even consciously remember it in any great detail, and it was quite fascinating to go back and play this old game again and discover all these similarities. While we are all in awe over the human mind and memory, let's bring it all back to earth with a one-stage report. So after the robot boss, I have been working on the event that takes place at the end of the robot dungeon, which I don't really want to show too much of, but it involves this big bastard. That's all for today's episode, but stay tuned for next week when I will be back. If you want to subscribe to this devlog series, you can do so on YouTube, or you can follow me on Twitter for quick updates. Thank you, and I will see you next time.